Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. The show will begin momentarily.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win. We choose to go to the moon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. This is episode 81, A1, 0xa1. It's the episode 162. Reminder, nothing on the show is financial advice, and stay tuned after the updates because this is the first of the month and we will have a full AMA, all the questions there. This week, in number go up, we would have energy prices, and probably that's going to keep going, and also probably corruption, but either way. And we'll go straight to Dragonchain updates, which first off, there's a blog about ensuring data privacy with blockchain, a high level about pros and cons of the use of blockchain with respect to privacy, and how we can use hybrid architecture and data segregation to address these challenges, where you can essentially separate the proof from the payload, keep data private, and also support your customers with any GDPR or other privacy requirements. Pretty good stuff. Read the article. It's very important. And in case you missed it, open source money was finally released to the public. It is freely available on YouTube. I do believe they essentially cut out all of the, whatever they call the commercial segments, and ran the whole thing. I think it's like an hour 25 or something close to that. As a single, but it should be the entire content of all of the episodes that aired a couple of years ago on Discovery Science Channel. So do go and watch that. It is on the Vision Tree channel on YouTube, and make sure you follow Vision Tree on YouTube. Make sure that you share that to get it out there. That's why we essentially worked to get it publicly available and not on a paid network, or not, it's easy access. Anybody in the world can watch it. So I think, maybe certain places in the world couldn't watch it, but either way, it's as accessible as we can get it. And let us know if you have any thoughts on how we could spread it further as well. There are a lot of interviews with a lot of different people in crypto, and it's interesting going back and looking at it, although I probably won't watch it because I cringe watching myself, or especially hearing my voice. So, but either way, do go and watch that. Then we'll go to Den.Social updates. So we have the September 2022 LCP proposal phase has started today. So per a DENDAO vote, the winners for this LCP proposal phase will be the number 1 layer proposal as ranked by unique voter, the number 5 layer proposal as ranked by lower committed, and the number 13 layer proposal as ranked by lower committed. So do get in there and start, first of all, I guess the most important thing is to make any proposals that you might think would be valuable to the community of denizens, and also to start planning how you're going to commit your lore, to figure out, which layers should be selected to be created at the end of the month. This proposal phase will run for 1 week. Make sure your layer proposal isn't a duplicate, or that there's some unique thing about it compared to all the others that are there, because there are over 100 that are standing right now, proposals. All proposals should be entered by next Monday, September 12th, and the commitment phase, the lower commitment phase, will start next Tuesday at 1400 UTC, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So go check that out. Also, we have Coffee with Den tomorrow. It's every Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific in the morning. It is now a DAO. So if you participate by getting, on the show, getting questions, getting things interacted with, you will be rewarded with lot so that you can help decide the way the show goes, how the format changes, agendas, things like that. All pretty cool stuff. And also we have a DENDAO meeting, live call Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC. See the post in the DENDAO layer for the agenda and the link to join live. Leave suggestions for items to add to the agenda. You're welcome to join to cover anything regarding DEN. It's a meeting. It's not a show, so don't be shy. People do show up every week, and it is usually a really valuable discussion. And we, all of us, really appreciate it that are interested in DEN. So after that, let's go to World Blockchain Roundtable update. Episode 68 will air this Thursday, September 8th. The topic is making the world better with blockchain and decentralized systems. Leave a question or a subject to discuss in the link in the WBRT layer. And it should be a good show. This should be a really interesting topic. Also, make sure you watch and share last week's episode, which was on blockchain fundamentals, a favorite of mine. And I do think that it was really a good discussion last week. Seems like it was a long time ago for some reason, but it was a really good discussion. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you share it. And there are no WBRT DAO active issues, nothing to vote on right now. Make a post if you think that something needs to be changed, or if you have an idea for a different way to do things on the show. Make sure you watch this Thursday at 3 p.m. UTC. And that's it. That's all the updates. So we'll do the AMA right after this.
Now, more than ever, our data is at risk. Our supply chains are in jeopardy. Our systems are broken, and businesses feel powerless. Dragonchain gives you a different way, a safer way, a better way, and you have power over your data. Dragonchain gives you proof in an untrusted world. Build now at Dragonchain.com, America's blockchain.
All right, so we go to the page, we refresh. I have to make sure I refresh the right screen myself. Okay, first a question is from Dragonchain Hodler. Let's see here. The question: between Dragonchain and Den.Social, which one has kept you and the team more busy this past month? Probably Dragonchain, actually, because we have a lot of stuff coming up. I know you love to hear that, but we have a few contracts that are turning on, and we have we're looking for a couple of different people to bring in, and we have a couple of internal projects, including the SEC case and other very important things for the future of the project that are going on. Den, we're in the middle of doing a couple of changes. So other than the fact that I've been delayed because of the Dragonchain stuff on helping with some of the metrics, the layer metrics that are coming up there. Yes, Dragonchain is the one that has been that had seen the most attention this past month. So that's good. Okay, let's see here. Next question is Hyperion Frequency, or Hype Freak. Question: is it possible to keep a record of who has been active in the quarter leading up to our 1 million matter minting? Everyone who was active, whether just logging in, evaluating, posting, whatever, can be rewarded a badge or a particular dragon sigil that could be used to add to personal flags once that feature is up and running. Really what I'm wondering is, how is Den going to celebrate 1 million matter? It's not really that far away. That's a good question. I don't even know how many matter there are. I need to look that up. So I see how many days it is away, and I'm going to ask the judges what the number is. But either way, we'll figure that out. So the great thing is, since it's all on chain, it could literally be done after the fact. Although obviously it'd be better if we did it real time or near real time. So we definitely could do that. In fact, one of the metrics that I'm wanting to see would be something about active users that could be applied inside of each layer, right? So you would know which layer has the most active users, all of those things. You could potentially give badges even to every layer that is active before the million matter mint. You could do all types of stuff like that. That's actually a really good idea. And it would be fun in the very least, right? Where, once that's there, nobody else can ever get that again. And it would be applied to your account, non-transferable, it's a badge. So that would be totally doable. But and the activity, if you have any ideas on what would denote, what would mean that a user is active, it could be any action, which could mean login. It could mean that I am logged in and I've viewed a post or reply or something. It could be any reply, any post, any vote. And is logging in enough? Probably not. Is logging in and reading something? Yes. I don't know that we're actually marking that on chain right now, though, but we're definitely marking votes, posts, and replies. So maybe if it was any of those actions, that you would be considered active, and therefore maybe you could break it down by, first of all, you'd have the big picture. If you've done any of those three actions anywhere, or even chatted anywhere in the entire site, you'd be treated as an active user for the site. But then you could break it down further and say, okay, you voted on something in a Dragonchain layer, so you're an active user in a Dragonchain layer, and you replied to something in the politics layer, so you're an active user in a politics layer. And then we could actually break it down so that we'd be able to have active user counts in each layer as well. That could be pretty cool. And maybe another question would be, would it be anyone who is active before that, only active in that quarter? Would it be the top 10% of those people who are active to essentially push the behavior to be active? And the more things you do, the more likely you would get that. And maybe we do several. Like maybe we would say you were an active user during this period, and if you were in the top tier, whatever that is, if it's 10%, 1%, then you get special golden dragons or something like that. That could be pretty cool, right? To kind of drive both sides of it. And maybe we could do it every quarter as well, or maybe every so many matter, right? Whatever would make the most sense for a breakdown, if you're talking about 1,000 a day. So anyway, great question. Great ideas. So we should probably think to do that. And I don't think the badges will be that hard to implement, by the way. And personally, regarding the flags, I would love to see it as a visual, as it was originally envisioned. But I'm beginning, after we kind of went through a couple of quick design passes with some different people, given the fact that we have mobile, web, multiple browsers, multiple mobile platforms, some of that stuff was a little quirky, trying to do SVG graphics in there, although it shouldn't be. It was a little bit hard to deal with some of the layout stuff. So we might instead just separate what would be in the flag and just put it into separate fields that would be then more easily laid out in each of the different platforms, so that you could still have your economic reputation. You could still have something that would be at a glance a deterministic visualization of your account info, so that someone would know that that really is you. So we'll see, but you know, there's some work to be done there. So anyway, okay, that is all the questions. I'm going to vote you guys up with all the energy that I have left. It looks like I have about 20,000, so I'll put about 10 each on your two questions, and we'll go from there. So let's see here. Now I need to close out. Make sure you check out the merch. This month, 10% off all open source money merch on Dragonchain.Store with the coupon code OSM-2022. OSM-2022. 10% off until September 30. You know, there's some cool Bitcoin shirts and mugs, and the open source money logo, hoodies and shirts and all that stuff. So go there and get that stuff. It's all good. I have a bunch of stuff still in boxes from the move, so I still need to go and order a bunch of new mugs. I have nothing, so I'm just like using water bottles and stuff. And in closing, make sure you watch Super Happy Dragon Lucky next Tuesday. Follow Dragonchain, Real Denizens, and Jojo Row on Den and Twitter and LinkedIn and elsewhere. And make sure that you like, comment, and share the show. That's everything. Thanks. Bye.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Adaptable, raw capital, label radical yet rational. A tactical approach is palpable if this animal is fallible, but that conclusion is laughable. So with for all detachable from the mandible, you see it now.